Hello and welcome back to Ark Survivor. As you remember our last episode, we got Tail Whip, we got a couple of the Happy Trio, we finally got Sharp Tooth. So today we're going to focus on getting some of the better resource dinosaurs. So Tail Whip, of course, is one of them. Ankies are great for collecting metal, but some of the other dinosaurs that we're going to want to get is a Doedicurus, which is good for mining stone, a Beaver, which is good for wood, and maybe some other things. Trying to think of some stuff. So as you can tell, most people are probably like, oh my gosh, get a flyer so you can get these things a lot easier and just drop them into your pen. I actually wanted to play for a little while without flyers because usually I tame an Argentavis, fairly early when I start playing Ark, but it kind of like I think it makes things way too easy. Because with RGs, I mean, you can pick up most of these dinosaurs. I mean, you can get a Moschops, you can pick up an Anki, you can pick up a Dodo. The RGs can pick up most of the smaller creatures. And you pretty much pick it up with his claws, you fly over the trap and then just drop it there. And then you just come around and trank it up and you're good. But I wanted to keep things a little more interesting than just flying around and capturing stuff with an RG. So I'm going to try to do everything on foot. So we're going to run around with Sharptooth in hopes that he doesn't die. Yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to create little traps as we go to get some of these dinosaurs. I got plenty of narcotics. What is this? Raptor Ark, the animated. Oh, that's cool. So the animated series for Ark is a TV series starring Vin Diesel and Russell Crowe, and I think Gerard Butler's in there as some of the voiceovers of the characters that you discover while playing the game of Ark. But they made an animated version sharing, I think what's going to be, I haven't shared a lot of details on this, but it seems like it's going to be sharing the details of like what is going on, what this game is about. Because as you saw, like when we first started, we just kind of wake up on the sand, you look at your little arm implant, and then it's like, all right, what's the point of this game? So I'm thinking, as well as a lot of other people are thinking, that the animated series is going to give us a better idea of what this game is about. I mean, as you're playing the Island, Scorched Earth, Genesis, Aberration, all these different versions of Ark, like the actual paid versions, not the free DLCs. There's a story because you go around and you get explorer notes. I think there's like one right up here. But there's these explorer notes that you find that tell a story of like why we're on this island, how we got here, etc., etc. But I think the animated series that this raptor skin was going with is going to explain it a lot more. It's cool. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's quite funny. I remember the first time I saw it, Vin Diesel shows up and it's like, what? Why is Vin Diesel on Ark? But it's pretty cool. But yeah, if you get a chance, take a look at that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just gonna go around and chomp some things. And we're gonna make our way a little further inland in hopes that we'll find a Doedicurus. And of course we're gonna eat things along the way. Hopefully we don't run into anything crazy. I mean, this Carno is fairly high level. I mean, we're 198. We got 2300 health, 527 melee. So we should be able to hold our own against most things. But if we run into like an alpha, we might be a little weary. So alpha dinosaurs are usually, I think all of them are Carnos. But the way that you know that they're alpha is that they'll be glowing red. They almost have like a fire around them, and you'll know them when you see them. But they usually have increased, like insanely increased melee damage, and usually have a higher level of health. So pretty much they'll rock your face. And another thing that you gotta be worried about is with alphas, you can't tame them. So it's not even worth tempting because it's just not possible. So we're gonna go to the base of the mountain. I kind of just went the long way around because I wanted to come over here real quick. I'm actually thinking of building my base over in this direction. Freaking Troodons. This isn't good. Troodons are terrible. One, they're insanely fast. They're pack hunters. And they increase your torpidity. You can see his little glowing eyes there. But as you can see, the stars are on my dinosaur now because these guys... I hate Troodons. You can just see their little glowing eyes. Got him. But you definitely, they're not so bad during the day, but at night is when they get super aggressive. So that's a Quetz. That's one of the faster flight animals in at least the island. They're extremely hard to tame though because they never land. They're always flying. But we'll eventually get one of those, but those things are nice because they can pretty much pick up everything in the game. And they can fly really fast. So they're a great way to get around on the island. Transporting stuff. They carry a lot of weight too. So it's really nice. So we're gonna come down here. Actually, I ended up going the wrong way. I was like, why are we seeing a beach? I got all twisted up with the Troodons. And just like wasted all of that stamina. White drops are the lowest. Usually they just give you like basic materials like thatch and spark powder, meat sometimes. Sometimes you'll get sleeping bags, so I usually just skip them. Can't really see this. I need to figure out. It's a lot easier on a computer to change your gamma settings. But on an Xbox, it's not as easy. So I apologize for the current lighting situation. That's something I'm definitely going to look at. I know it's probably something that's driving a lot of people crazy. It's like, I'm just staring at a black screen. Freaking more Trudons. And even for me, staring at this is annoying. It's like I love during the day. Even when you're playing this game, these Trudons are super annoying because it's like... Thank you. Dang. They're like right under your feet and they're so small that you can't get them. So we're going to continue this direction. This is a swamp area. There's usually some crazy stuff in there. And I don't know why it's orange. I don't remember this ever being orange. That's not the area I want. You can go farther down. I don't want to go mess with that theory. Wrong button. Get this dude's health back up. Seems those Trudons just kind of ate my face. But yeah, I wanted to scout today of like where we could potentially build a future base for everybody so we can get off the beach, have better access to resources. Crafters. Have better access to resources. Be closer to the caves. Freaking Trudons are everywhere. They're even attacking during the day. And they're super fast. But yeah, it's like once they get under your legs, especially with a Carno, you might as well just run away, because hopefully you get past this theory without aggroing him. Whew, that was close. Those things will chomp your face off. We got a raptor. Brontosaurus. I'm walking slow, hoping that... Usually when you walk, if you don't run, the stams usually increase. Oh, there's a Doedicurus. What level are you? He's a white one too. It's kind of cool. Level 55. That's too low. So we're going to continue on our journey. Got some metal. Ooh, tech. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, got some element dust, electronics, oil. We got a level. We got some scrap metal. Scrap metal is nice when you kill the techs, because when you harvest the regular metal, I think it's 2 for 1. So 2 metal will create 1 ingot. With the scrap metal, it's 1 for 1. So 1 scrap metal will create 1 metal. And I don't think it's a metal ingot. I think they call it something different, because when it melts down, it shows a different type of metal. I saw that parasaur running in the background. I was like, what? Maybe it's that gallium minus. So this gallium minus is this thing kind of here in the middle. Oh, here's a saber. That gallium minus is running around there really fast. So you remember in Jurassic Park when they're out in the fields and all of a sudden they're like a flock of birds? Yeah, that's those things. And then the T-Rex comes flying out and chomps one. The little kid's like, so much blood. Yep, that's those things. So we're kind of back. Ooh, something here wants to eat me. Oh, level 75. So this is that hill. We were over in that vicinity earlier when I came up here and we saw those Ankies. So this is the base of the other side of it. And as you can see, it's pretty crazy. We got a bunch of sabers over there. We got Argies, which is the birds I was telling you about. So that's these things. These are Argentavises. They're a really good utility. They also have a makeshift smithy. So if you're wanting to like build a base on the go and you don't want to have to build a smithy, you can actually use the Argentavis as a makeshift smithy, because it'll allow you to create everything that a smithy does. So we're gonna go around all the crazy, but we're gonna, ooh, scorpion. You remember these things? Our maw shops. Susie almost got eaten by one of those things. But we're gonna run around. But this is a cool place to build a base, because you have the drop, you have a drop there, which you just saw it disappeared. But this mountain usually has some fairly good tames. You'll have T-Rex spawns in here. And of course, at the top of the mountain, you'll have your rich metal and crystal. But as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they're over there now. There's a bunch of stuff in here. These guys will run away because I'm on something bigger. They get scared. But there's another Carno over there. Got some raptors. But there's usually some T-Rexes on this hill. You got scorpions, which are good for kiting. Of course, you got the Argentavises. I was looking at, oh, I aggroed them. Level 5, level 35. You're the leader. Nope, never mind, level 10. Those things suck. So these little creatures over here flying around, you see them? I'm drawing a blank on their names, but they're the worst thing in Ark. So they'll fly around and they're almost impossible to defend unless you shoot and kill them first before they get to you. But even me being mounted on this Carno, if they hit me, they literally will knock me off the Carno and knock me unconscious for like 10 seconds where you're just there paralyzed. You're off your mount, so pretty much everything around you is just going to start wanting to kill you, including that dinosaur itself that knocked you off. Yeah, those guys. I'm glad they're running away. Hey, here's a tech. There's usually T-Rexes down here, so I'm being a little weary because... Oops, jumped a little early. So I always jump off the Carno, because if you jump off a high cliff and you're on a dinosaur, most of the dinosaurs will take fall damage. But if right before you're about to hit the ground, you jump, if you hit Y to dismount from your dinosaur, he won't take fall damage. This thing was a lot higher and beefier than I thought it was, and I'm surprised that the other Stego isn't getting in this action. Usually they rally around each other, but I guess he doesn't care. He's like, that's a tech. That's not my kind. I'm gonna drop some of this weight. You really don't need, I don't need that, don't need that. As you can see, as I'm destroying these raptors, I'm collecting all sorts of goodies. We'll keep all the other stuff, and we'll leave some meat on here just in case we need to heal in a pinch. But we're gonna continue. Ooh. Uh-oh. See, you're probably gonna get a first. I'm surprised these things are running away. I don't know if it's because I'm on a Carno and they're scared. But I'm trying to kill them before... Hitbox on a Carno is weird. So this is... In here is where we're wanting to build our future home. We got a Brano. But if we come over this direction, and I'm taking this a little slow because usually there's T-Rexes and some fairly high level stuff that spawns in this area. But over here, in this vicinity, is a waterfall. That's pretty cool. So I was wanting to build in this valley, and I don't know what that is. I just wanted to build in this valley, and then on top of these hills, well, not this one, but that one over there above my head, is a lot of metal. And there's beaver dams down here as well. Yeah, there's a beaver. So the beavers won't attack you unless you attack them or you go after their dams. So they're inside their dams is wood and cementing paste, rare flowers, and a whole bunch of stuff. But unless you... It's a 15. Ooh, that's a nice one. 145. But unless you do something to them, they're not going to bother you. But we're going to make a quick trap. We're not going to do a Oh, there's a T-Rex up there. Oh no. That thing might chomp our faces. Ay, ay, ay. So let's go over here. So I'm going to show you a different type of... Oh, sorry. I hit Sharptooth. I'm going to show you a different type of trap that's a little less expensive than the other one. Just as effective. But with beavers, I was like, I got too much. I'm like looking all over the place because it's like everything over here wants to eat us. So we need some fiber. But yeah, we got this cool waterfall that I wanted in the background. Check that out. You got beaver spawns over here. So you get quick access to a lot of cementing paste. So we're gonna build a quick little trap to, as I push all the buttons on my controller. I'm so used to putting my buildings in there, but I wanted to keep stuff on my hotbar. In case I need quick access to it. So we got this 2x2x2. And then we're going to same premise as before. But because it's a beaver, I don't have to worry about him running over the sides because he's smaller. So we made this quick pen, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's all these different levels. It's all right. You just need some ramps, which means we need thatch and fiber. It's like I'm still watching everywhere. Because even though we just saw that T-Rex up above, doesn't mean he's gonna stay up there. So we're gonna get 2 ramps. Oh, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. There we go. So we're gonna lure him in, which he might be right there. I don't know what level that one is. Forgot to make arrows. That's not that many. What do we need more of? Fiber, of course. We always need fiber. Probably should be paying more attention to my surroundings, but we're not. Or I should at least put a sleeping bag down. So if we do get chomped by something, at least we can spawn back and jump on our Carno. Probably gonna at least do that. I think I should have enough hide in here. Yeah. We got a bunch of them. We'll give him back the meat. I'll put the sleeping bag up here. So if anything does come down here, hopefully it won't chomp it. So let's build some more of these arrows. We get 24. Gives us 41 trinks. So quick. It's so quick. I need to pump up this crafting speed. We're only at 150%, and it's super slow. Here we go. So now I don't know if this is the right one. I think it is. I hope it is, because that'd be cool. Yeah. That's the 145. The question is, we're going to put this dude on neutral. Actually, no, we're going to put him on passive. And we're going to come over here. So we have quick access to him, because as soon as we shoot this 145, the other one... Now I don't know where he went. The other beaver is going to come over to his defense. Where did he go? That's a fish. There he is. And of course it's dark. As you guys all know, I'm terrible. Terrible shot with the bow. I'm worried with the as a 145 that because I keep wasting arrows. Let's get this floating tree. Because I keep wasting arrows that a level 145 beaver is going to take quite a bit of torpor. So we might want to make some more arrows. Ooh, I think he came out too, or unless that's the other one. Yeah, that's the high one. That's the one we want. So let me get over here. Where did he go now? Aw, dude. Aw, you're like asking to be tamed. So we shot him. He's being stupid. Don't come in here. Ha ha ha. That's how you capture. Just making sure his friend's not coming over. I'm surprised he's not attacking the walls. Yeah, I'm glad I went and got more materials for more arrows, because I think I'm going to end up needing them. Yeah, we got plenty now. Go to sleep. And another thing about beavers is their torpidity drops super fast. So with beavers, you're constantly gonna need to keep an eye on it to make sure that, I think it's finally doing the run thing. So it should be close. But you're constantly going to have to keep an eye on it to make sure that it stays unconscious. Otherwise, all of these arrows are useless. Oh my gosh. I honestly didn't think it was going to take this many arrows. I hope I have enough, and I just wasted one. Go to sleep. gosh. That was insane. So let's run in here and try to get some of these arrows back. But yeah, these guys. So we're going to put you on neutral now. And essentially, what we're going to do is just keep this dude asleep as long as possible. But if you come in here, yeah, see the torpidity? It drops pretty darn quick. See? A lot faster than the food, which is very unfortunate. So essentially what we're gonna do is hang out around him. Hang out around him and do a billion berry runs. So at this point, as you can see, I have just done a crazy amount of going around, running with the Carno, capturing a bunch of Medjo berries, and now I'm just like, wait, this isn't gonna work. I am not gonna keep this thing unconscious. I have 100 berries here, and I'm just gonna dump them. I'm gonna put all the narco berries on this beaver, and I'm gonna get my Carno. I'm gonna try to make it back to our beach base and get the moss shops so that we can collect a lot of berries and actually get this thing tamed. So on to the adventure back to the beach. So at this point, we get back to the beach. We get the moss shops, separating them out from the herd, so I can just do a whistle follow one. And now we're gonna go back to where the beaver's at. Hopefully at this point we'll get back to them fast enough so that those narco berries don't run out and he becomes free, considering all of those arrows that we had to waste on him. But here's the adventure back to the beaver. And then as we're running through the jungle, I ran out of stamina, so I switched to the moss shops. And then I figured I'd get all the moss shops because usually the stamina builds, and as soon as I get off, my Xbox freezes. Yeah, thanks, Ark. So, as you remember, I was cutting back with the Carno, Sharptooth, and my game decided to freeze, and I was running back with Sam, and yeah, I lost all my progress. So I'm back here. Freaking Ark. Game froze. The last save point was me literally standing over there on the Carno. So basically all that time I spent running back towards the base with the Carno to get Sam and to come back was wasted. So essentially this time, instead of running back with the Carno, I just put a sleeping bag. You can do fast travel. And I don't have a sleeping bag over there. So essentially what I'm going to do is I put a bunch of torpor in the Beaver. So I'm going to go over here and pick a fight with these two guys and have them kill me. There we go. So this way I can just spawn over on the beach. And I'll just run over here. Oh, are you serious? It threw me in the swamp. Thanks, Ark. You already messed up once. So let's mess up twice. I love the swamp. Says no one. And I hear a snake. We're getting... Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Get out of the water. Let's try this again. Shall we? I just want to get up to frickin' Sam. Alright, it's better. Oh, seriously? I think it literally placed us pretty much in the same exact spot. Yeah, it's pretty much the same exact spot as before. I hate Ark. It's like... Okay, this time we're gonna not get in the water. There we go. So I think we can avoid the snake. So I dumped all of the narcotics and narco and everything I could into that beaver. My hope is that I can get Sam and get back in time. There's a manta ray trying to kill this turtle. That'd be an interesting fight. The moss shop is extremely slow. I probably should have just ran around and seen if I could just tame something super low over in that area to collect berries. But essentially what I'm trying to do is get a berry collector, so I'm not running around hand picking berries to keep this freaking beaver passed out long enough to tame. But this has been quite the adventure. This entire episode has been dedicated to trying to capture a beaver, which isn't one of the easier tames. A lot of people in this case will probably go to an obelisk and transfer to Scorched Earth and get a thorny dragon, or at this point, well, I don't have fur, but it'd almost be easier just to go get a freaking mammoth, because beavers are just tough because their torpidity, it drops so fast. It just drops so fast that it's just hard to tame because you need a crazy amount of narcos. So, all right, we got the moss shops. Let's try to run back. So, yep, we'll see you in a little bit. So after a lot of issues, we finally wanted to go for a swim. No, we finally got back to the base. Or not even our base, our little taming pen. So we got the moss shops. So now it's time to collect lots and lots of berries. I guess in hindsight, probably should have just tamed up one of these Iggies. Yeah, it's a level 20. I could have tamed up one of those things, and those things are amazing berry gatherers. Oh well. Alright, we got a couple more berries over here. Oh my gosh. That's a velociraptor. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's after my beaver. It's a tech raptor. Oh my gosh. No, no, stop, stop, stop. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh, am I gonna hit? Oh, don't hit the beaver. I think I'm hitting the. Oh my gosh, there's more raptors. We have a whole pack. This is not good. Don't. Tech, just stand there. Just stand there. All right, that's 2, 3. All right, let's get this. How do I get this guy without hitting the beaver? Awesome, great. So yeah, I ran away. And some raptors showed up, and they attacked my beaver and almost killed it. Yeah. That would have sucked. I would have been highly upset. It's 419 health. Yeah. Alright, so let's go get the moss shops and we'll continue to keep this thing unconscious. We're at 87%. Unless we get another attack by a bunch of random velociraptors again, we should be able to tame this beaver. So now we got enough berries. We're a little fat. So we're going to lose some weight. We're going to keep the narcos, all the chitin. We're going to throw everything else away. And then we're going to run over here real quick. We're going to put the berries in. We're going to put the berries inside the beaver. 250 of them should be enough to keep it asleep until it tames. I think the last time we looked at it, it was like 80 or some percent or so. So let's see. Yeah, 90%. So now we're just gonna feed them a bunch of these narcos. You see the torpidity rising there. At 90%, it should only take a couple more berries. So now it's just the waiting game. So those raptors were crazy. I honestly was about to cry when I looked across and saw a tech raptor and then 2 other raptors. Of course, they can jump over this wall, as we saw the Carno in earlier episodes. So that would have sucked. As you can see, the tech raptor's still over there shining. I would have really cried, because all that time of running back and forth with the Carno and then getting the moss shops and everything else, it would have been a sad day in Ark. So actually, let's go get this tech raptor, making sure nothing's over here. And I don't have tools. Where did I put the tools? Alright, they're not in the Carno. So where are they? So they weren't in the moss shops. They're not in the beaver. Where in the world are my tools? honestly don't know where they're at. They're not. I mean, the only thing I've been playing with is the Carno, the Beaver, and the Moss Shops. So this is weird. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go check where that Triceratops killed me. Maybe I didn't take my tools off. And there's my body. And there's my tools. Found them. And we'll get a little meat. Yeah, that was dumb. Can't believe I left them on my body and completely forgot about them. So let's go back over to this side and we'll get that tech raptor. So we have a Castroids, aka a beaver. This thing was annoying, not gonna lie. We're gonna put everything on neutral just because we just saw what happens with raptors. But what's nice is that when you fully tame a dinosaur, its health stats regenerate automatically to full health. So lucky for me, I didn't have to like wait for this thing to heal. But we're gonna kind of leave him here because I mean this is gonna be our new home. We got the waterfall. We got Susie over here. We got Sharptooth. So this is going to be our new place. We even got a beaver dam over there with more cementing paste. But yeah, I think this is going to be our new home. So we have the waterfall in the background. But yeah, I think this is the episode. Thanks again, guys. Probably laughed at some of my pain as you almost lost the Castroids, the beaver. We had some glitches where my Xbox literally froze up and we lost all of our progress. Susie Q almost died to a tech T-Rex, and we saw an Alpha Raptor in the distance, which really scared the crap out of me because I'm on a Moschops. But yeah, I think that's the episode. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Until otherwise, keep creating the future. See ya.